No. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. This is Angela, the nurse practitioner with Recrea Health and Wellness. Good morning. I am here to answer any questions that you might have regarding the GLPs. So I am here to let you know that my main goal is to keep you safe, and I am just trying to make sure that you are taking these medications safely, and make sure that if you need anything, if you have any questions, this is an open forum. So anything that you want to know about the GLPs, that's what we're here for. So you could ask any questions. This is a safe area. So ask away. Anything and everything goes. So what would you like to know? Really honestly, so what we do is we start this out with free consultation. So I will just start out by answering any questions that you might have. So let's start with the free consultation. The way that these medications work. So what they do is they actually work in multiple ways. The great thing is that they get rid of that food noise. They get rid of the I'm craving, I'm hungry. So what I tell people when you first start them is really listen. Listen to your mind telling you, hey, you're not hungry, you're not craving. So that is what I would recommend. So the first question is, which site is the cheapest? My insurance doesn't cover it. So honestly, we cover 47 states. So I would highly recommend checking us out. We do a free consultation, so you can come to us and ask any question. You can go here, or come here, you can DM for us. So $299 for S in most states, and $450 for T in most states. And we do compounded. I've actually been on it for 3.5 years. I've been prescribing it for 3.5 years. I am a nurse practitioner, and I am an actual clinic in Medina, Ohio, but I work with a physician that has 50 state license, and so we actually can cover multiple states. So you want to be careful when you're doing the online, because you want to be able to make sure that you can get a hold of somebody at all times. And we are available at all times, so you can get a hold of us anytime. We have a cell phone that you can always contact us, and that's this information up here. So you can always reach out to us at any time, just to make sure that you are safe, because really honestly, you can get pretty sick on these, and my whole goal is just to make sure that you don't get sick. So that's really what we truly are trying to do, is just educate people and make sure that you aren't getting sick, because you have to be very, very careful with these. I'm not giving any medical advice, really, and mine is this higher concentration. So that's another thing that I like to make sure people understand is, if somebody just put up a price of where you can get it a lot less expensive. So when you're getting these, you can find them for 2.5 milligrams / 1 ml. I only do the 5 milligrams / 1 ml. So mine is a higher concentration. So when you're looking at getting it at that cheaper price, always look at the concentration, because yes, you can get it a lot less expensive, but when you're getting it at that less expensive rate, you are also getting a lower concentration. And just be careful when you do, and I'm not saying that those other places are bad or anything like that, because that's not good business to bash other places, but just be aware of what you're getting and make sure that you're educating yourself, and make sure that you are asking a lot of questions. Make sure you're asking, what is it mixed with? Make sure that you can actually talk to a person. And I know, like, my 24-year-old daughter doesn't like to talk to people, and I understand that. So a lot of times it's easier just to text and stuff like that. And you can do it with us too. If you just want to text or DM, you can totally do that as well, because I understand that. My daughter doesn't like to talk to people, and it's totally fine to, we could do that as well, if that's something that you don't want to do, is talk to people, because I get that. But also it is, you want to just make sure that you're asking questions. And, you know, I get a lot of people that I talk to because we do a free consultation. It's completely free. And my whole goal, you know, is just making sure that you're educating, making sure that you are understanding what you're doing, making sure that you are familiar with the medications, and making sure that you are understanding that you can get sick on these medications. So I really am trying just to, you know, I have a clinic, it's in Medina, Ohio, and I just want to make sure that you understand that really you can get sick, but if you aren't having those right providers that you can't get a hold of, or that you can get a hold of, then you can really have some major issues. So I've had a lot of people call in and do these free consultations, and they're like, I never knew that. So if you follow my page, and pages actually, so I have a main page, which is Recrea Health, and then I have my backup page, which is at Recrea Wellness. And follow both pages because I do get in trouble sometimes on my main page. So I'm trying to build up my backup page as well. But follow both of my pages because, and then I have a YT page as well now. But the main thing is I'm really trying to educate and teach. I want people to understand how to be safe on these because it really is important to make sure that you are being safe, because you can get sick. And that is really what we're trying to do, is help people to get sick. If you miss 3 doses, do I go back to the lower dose? You need to go back to the lower dose as soon as you miss 10 days. If you do more than 10 days, if you hit 10 days, you can do the same dose. But if you go over 10 days, you really need to drop down your dose. That is really important. So I just had surgery, as you can see. So I actually had to go back down to the lowest dose. Now, you can work up quickly if you never had any nausea. But you want to be very careful and not go back to the same dose. Now, I also switched from S to T, and I went to T, the lowest dose of T. So you need to always go back to the lowest dose. You don't ever want to go to the highest dose. And as soon as you miss, go to 11 days, 13 or 12 days, you need to drop back down to a lower dose because you will get really sick. Why would you want to risk getting sick? You know, it's the getting sick. Somebody said, how come? Because it's the getting sick. You will risk getting very nauseous. You will risk throwing up or giving yourself diarrhea or constipation or something like that. So typically, it's the super sick. It's the gastroparesis. It's that real bad shutting your system down. So you really, really need to be very careful and what is going on with that. Now, I was off for almost 3 weeks, and I did start Gene again. I'm sorry, I talk in code because I have to on here, because if I don't, I get in trouble. So we're kind of learning the different code words, and I hope my mods are getting on and they can talk the code, tell you what the code words mean. And if you don't know what they are, I can try to put them on as well. So I will start L-ing again, but I did G. I was a yo-yoer really, really bad. So I have put on about 5 over the last 3 weeks, and it's because I'm a yo-yoer. So that is really what is going on. The reasoning is because these medications, your body can't take you develop, I don't want to say it's a tolerance to it, but you develop, I'm trying to think of the right word. The reasoning that you work up doses on it is so that you can develop, I'm trying to think of the right word. It's not a tolerance. Your body develops a, I'll think of the word, I'm sorry. But you have to build, because you can't just go to the top dose because you'll give yourself severe gastroparesis. That's why it's important to start at the low dose and go up slow. It's extremely important. So you really have to be slow. You go up slow, and then if you miss a certain amount, you have to go back down. It is really, really important to do that. No. Stevie Girl, if you go to my Recrea Health page and follow that page, I did just do a video on gallstones. I'm sorry, it's early in the morning and I'm just starting my caffeine. So I'm stumbling on my words a little bit. So I'm sorry, I apologize about that. So everybody get your caffeine. Let's have our coffee and our tea together here this morning. Resistance. Maybe, no, I don't think it's a resistance. It's not tolerance. Thank you for trying to help me with this. We'll figure it out. We'll get this word together. So gallstones are not caused by S&T, so you can still take this. Gallstones are caused by obesity, diet changes, fried fatty foods. So there's a lot of different things that actually cause gallstones. So I did do some research, but go to my Recrea Health page and you can actually see that. S&T causing UTIs. You would know. I actually have not heard that. But blood sugar increases can cause UTIs. Hormone imbalances can cause UTIs. So that might be something to think about. I don't know about that one. I've gone... No, they're so actually these meds have been removed off of the shortage list, so there should not be a shortage at all. I don't think there's any shortages at all now. So there really isn't anything like that. So the max days that you can miss is 10 days before you have to start over. And that's just from my experience with all of my patients and myself. So if you go over 10 days, you need to start over. And you can move up quickly, and I wouldn't recommend increasing your dose more than every 2 weeks from what I've experienced in my practice. That's my experience, and everybody is different, and work with your provider to figure out what you need to do. So yes, your body needs to acclimate. That's a good way to put that. So thank you, Jessica. That's a really good way to put that. So guys, I get behind on questions just to let you know because I do spend a lot of time answering questions. So if for some reason I miss your question and you have to go, because I understand people are going to work, please DM me, or you can reach out here or here, DM me, and I will answer your question. Please do not get aggravated with me because I missed your question, because I really do spend a lot of time on questions. If you get sick on these medications, please go and get help. You have to go and get, fluids. You need to make sure you get Zofran. I am somebody that gets sick easily. So I highly recommend that you go get help. You have to get medications. If you are someone that gets sick a lot, make sure that you get Zofran. I have a super sensitive stomach, always have. I have always had a super sensitive stomach. So I highly recommend that you go get some assistance. Make sure you get Zofran. If you are if you're throwing up, make sure that you are going and getting IV fluids or something like that. You really need to make sure that you're being taken care of, okay? Extremely important. Diarrhea, constipation. You need to make sure that you are taking fiber for both of them. Extremely important. Make sure you're taking a probiotic. I actually have 2 probiotics now that you can use. All of my products are for sale on my TikTok at Recrea Health. So the new probiotic that I got is this one. And both of the probiotics that I have are for women, but most of the people on here are women. But, this one is called Leafair. I just posted yesterday. It's actually good for female health as well. And then the other one is ZenWise. Sorry, I'm one-handed here, so I'm sorry about that. I just hit my microphone. This one is ZenWise, and it's also good for female health, but this one has digestive enzymes in it as well. So you need to both of them are really good, but you need, for diarrhea and constipation, both of those. So very, very important. So the med is supposed to stay in your system about 7 days, but you are right, Gigi, that it is about 5 days to 6 days, and it's really it kind of does go out of your system. So really both of them are going to cause fatigue. And what I recommend is you need to make sure that you're getting your calories. You need to make sure that you are getting a good healthy vitamin, because if it does not have B12 in it, you are going to have fatigue. Because what are we doing? We're changing our lifestyle, and we're usually eating a little bit less, a lot less most of the time. So you need to make sure that you are getting something with vitamins. So this is something that we have found here that we really like, and you can actually get this on here and here. So if you're interested, you can get this. It has a lot of your B vitamins in it, but you have to make sure that you're getting your B vitamins. If yours isn't pink, or if it doesn't have B6 in it, it's going to have a lot of fatigue in it. Both S and T will cause fatigue. Any kind of program that is having you eating less is going to cause fatigue. So you need to watch that. So somebody asked, what's my opinion on R? So right now, R has not been released by Lilly and is not FDA approved in the States. I received a letter probably 2 to 3 weeks ago that in the state of Ohio from the Board of Pharmacy, I am not allowed to prescribe it. So I would be very careful. I know some of you are finding it in the United States. Be very careful because it is not approved. And so that's my opinion on that. Some people are saying they could not do these meds without Zofran. That is very true. There are a lot of people that could not do these. Somebody had a big meal last night and then injected. You have to be very careful. I tell people that it works 3 ways. One, it's going to get rid of the craving and the hunger. The second way is it slows down your digestion. Do not eat to full because you will throw up. You have to be very careful with that. If you're thirsty all the time, you need to be careful, because if you're thirsty all the time, that can actually be because your blood sugar is increased or you're eating too much sugar. So you need to be careful with that, and you might want to check your blood sugar levels and talk to your provider about that, because you shouldn't be thirsty all of the time, because that's really careful with that. Trisha, I don't know if you're dogging on me about not taking care of my own body, but to let you know, I have lost a significant amount myself, and I really try. I actually had surgery, and I've been out of the gym for about a week, and I'm heading back today, even with my gimpy arm. So I don't know if you're dogging on me about not taking care of my own body, but I'm trying. So thank you. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm back after 6 weeks, pause for surgery. It's been 6 weeks. Noel. So that is typical because your body it's fighting from the surgery and the healing of the surgery. And that is what I'm dealing with right now as well, because you got to give your body time to heal from surgery, because, and just make sure that you're taking your vitamins, make sure that you are, really getting your protein, make sure that you are really taking care of yourself, because it's important that you're taking care of yourself. So you really need to make sure that you're doing a very good nutrition. And honestly, we need to make sure that we're eating well when we're recovering from surgery, just because it's so important that our bodies are healing. All right. I was on Mounjaro. Yes, and that's normal. So she was on hang on a minute. It just jumped on me here. Sorry, guys. I got to find my spots. Yeah, Zofran is a godsend, and I like it because it doesn't make you tired, which is a great thing. So the only time that I highly recommend increasing dose is when you start getting that food noise back and you're really hungry again. That's when I really do say it's time to increase. So intranose, I think is how you say that. You had an increase and you were starving again. That's when I say increase, definitely. Good morning. Do you ever have days where you just fall off the rails and eat like you used to? I do, but I pay. So a lot of times I will pay. And you know what? You just do the next day. You wake up and you say, I got this. I can do this. I'm going to do better tomorrow. And you do. But a lot of times when I do have one of those bad days, the medication reminds me, hey, dummy, you're not supposed to be doing that stuff. And then I kick myself and start over. You know what? We're only humans. We're all humans, and it happens. Yeah, and you know what? Water is so important, and making not just water, you need to make sure you have electrolytes, especially when it's so hot out. You have to have those electrolytes because electrolytes are so important as well. We really need to make sure that we're getting our electrolytes. But you know what? Sometimes we're human, everybody. I was really, in a bad spot at one point in my life, and I've always had that ups and downs. And when I was off for those almost 3 weeks for this surgery, and this is the second time I've had to have this surgery, and in less than 6 months. So the body is just crazy, and it really does require you to you gain and you fight back and you just do it again, and that's okay. So sulfur burps. And so you have to get rid of the simple carbs. Simple carbs are your enemy. So we really need to get rid of the simple carbs a lot because that is anything processed to be white. So those will cause your burps. Then the sulfur burps can be fried fatty foods. So you really need to be careful with those. So those fried fatty foods are really important. So you want to really kind of fight those and make sure that you're not eating any fried fatty foods. And I've noticed that I don't hardly ever eat those. And then when I do, it gets me. Then you want to stay away from the simple carbs, of course. Then also, if you still have them, digestive enzymes. So something like this is really important. So this is available on my TikTok page. So those digestive enzymes are really important. Your probiotics are really important. So and sometimes I had them for 3 days, the sulfur burps, and they were miserable. Sometimes you just have to throw up, and I'm sorry to say that because I really don't like doing it. The patches I do not like. I tried them for 2 days, absolutely nothing. I do not believe in them. I don't think they are good at all. I wouldn't waste your money. Yes, so a good free app that I really like is LifeSum. You can use it for counting calories and protein. So it's LifeSum. LifeSum. There is a paid version, but I just do the free version. What's the difference between men's and women's probiotic? Nothing really, honestly. What it does have is it has I don't even know if you could say the JJ Health in it. That's the only difference is this has the JJ Health in it. So I would imagine a guy could take it. I don't know, but there's no difference in the probiotic. There's just a little bit more in it for women than men. Same with this one. It just has the JJ stuff in it as well, be fair. That's the only difference. But on estrogen therapy, there's no difference. It's just going to add a little bit more to it because I'm on testosterone and estrogen therapy. So that's really it. All right, so if you keep getting migraines on the lowest dose, I would definitely talk to your provider because there's something going on there. So your provider can definitely help you with that because I'm not sure what's going on there. So Chelsea, I would definitely reach out to your provider about migraines. I'm not sure what's going on. These do not cause UTIs, but that definitely be, dehydration, that could be blood sugar, that could be all kinds of things. Yes, I am a nurse practitioner. I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. These don't cause dehydration. I haven't heard anything like that. I do know that, I'm always drinking. It helps me not be hungry as well. Yes, these can cause hair loss because you don't want to eat. So you need to make sure that you're getting your protein. So protein is extremely important in any program that you do. So what you want to make sure you do is get your protein. Women, 100 grams minimum. Guys, 120 grams minimum. Sorry, can't talk. So I have a protein shake, but I have a protein shake. I do protein waters. Okay, these are available in my TikTok shop also. But I also do collagen. So this is available here and here. So then also we do Nutrafol. These are 95% effective, but you have to have 4 of these a day, which is kind of a pain. But so I do 2 and 2, like 2 with breakfast, 2 with dinner. I do them sometimes with my protein shakes. Here is another one that's available. I did do quite a bit of research on this. This is an all-natural hair vitamin. So this is available on my TikTok shop as well. So that's something you can try also. You don't have to take as many of those, but they're not going to be as effective as Nutrafol, but they're also less expensive. So that's something you could try as well. So, all right, so skin. If you're having issues with loose skin, there is, and actually, I really like these products for loose skin. I know it's backwards, I'm sorry, but Revision. This stuff is amazing. I've actually been using this on my face because, and I can show you. So this is what I've lost. So I'm sorry, that's my top weight. I'm sorry, my top W. So I have lost. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's about what I've lost. So I have had a lot of skin. This stuff is amazing. Now, I have had surgeries as well, but they have this for your neck. And then I was using the one for my eyelids because I was actually seriously considering getting my eyelids done. And I started the one for my eyelids. It's been a couple months now, and I noticed within a week that it made my eyelids tighten up. So it's pretty good stuff, and it's available here. So if you want to go on there, you can find it, or you can DM me on TikTok, and I can help you from there as well. So I have PCOS. I would sleep all the time. It was ruining my life. Z actually gives me energy. That's awesome. That's really good. That's good to know because what it did is it balanced out your hormones, which is fantastic, and that really helps you a lot. Yeah, you are very right, Gigi. Hydration and constipation are so linked, and constipation is so important. It's one of the side effects of this. So you have to be very careful because constipation, I tell that 95% of people that they will get constipation. So you have to make sure that you are definitely drinking and definitely making sure that you're getting your water. So make sure that you are drinking 64 to 80 ounces a day at a minimum, but also making sure that you're getting fiber. Make sure you're taking your probiotics. Make sure that if you are having constipation, that you're working with your provider to make sure, do you need something else? So hydration is so important. So Gigi, I'm not trying to give misinformation, but I was not trying to do that at all. Let me read here. So Sydney, I think that's what your name is, Sid628. So you can actually go to a nurse practitioner like myself. There's pharmacists out there that you can go to. You can go to your primary care, ask them if you're a candidate. You can reach out to us. We do a free consultation if you would like to find out from us if you're a candidate or not. Smooth Move Tea. So I'll get to that in a second here. So you can reach out to us. We do a free consultation. I've been prescribing this for 3.5 years. I've actually been taking it for 3.5 years. So we do this as well as hormones. That's basically all I've been doing for 3.5 years. So I can tell you if you're a candidate or not. And, you know, we do an pretty invasive, not invasive, but a pretty intensive intake to make sure that you are a candidate. So if you wanted to reach out for the free consultation, the information is on the screen, or you can DM me and I can talk to you as well, and we can figure out if you're a candidate or not. You don't have to purchase anything from us for a free consultation. You know, that is not what I'm trying to do here. I just want you to be educated and understand what you need to do. There is information on both of my pages. So if you go to Recrea Health, the middle pin video is a really good video to give you a good basis of information. Yes, the LifeSum app does have a barcode scanner, which is really, really cool. And I really do like that. So, really good thing for you guys to, I like the LifeSum app, and it's free. That's what I really like about it. So, all right, guys, I am actually on 2 pages right now, 3 pages actually. I'm on YT, I'm on Recrea Health, and I'm on Recrea Wellness. So I'm trying to read everybody's questions back and forth. So if I don't answer your question, please go DM me, or you can use the information on the screen and reach out to me. So I'm not ignoring people. I am trying to answer everybody's questions appropriately. So just please bear with me. So Smooth Move Tea is actually really good, and it works great for the constipation. So diarrhea. Diarrhea, make sure you're taking your fiber. Make sure that you're taking a probiotic. Probiotics are fantastic, and you need to make sure that you aren't getting dehydrated with that. And make sure you reach out to your provider. You can take Imodium, but I don't like Imodium. I don't.
51 a.m.
Oh, my watch is talking to me, sorry. Be careful with Imodium, so make sure you reach out to your provider to make sure that it's okay, because it can be dangerous and it can flip you the other way. But fiber is important for constipation and for diarrhea, and probiotics are important for both as well. So also watch what you're eating, because a lot of times diarrhea is from what you're eating. So that's really, really important information as well. So very, very important. Okay. Stalls. So let's talk about the stall. If you are stalling, so a lot of times it is really, really difficult for me to tell you how to handle the stall on here. So what I recommend is reaching out for the free consultation. So a general idea is calories. You're either getting too few or too many. You should be hanging women right around 1,400. That's general. That's not everybody. We really need to discuss it with you personally. Guys are 1,600 to 1,800. Then your protein, women, is about 100. Guys are about 120. Then you need to, if you're in that 25 to 28 BMI, it gets really hard. So you have to be very, very, very diligent and making sure that you are doing very diligent work on it. You have to make sure your activity is up there. Make sure you're well hydrated. There's a lot of things that you need to do. Now, Wild 6 Outlaw, I don't like fasting. And here's why. When people fast, it's hard to get your amount of protein in, and here, your body will only absorb 40 grams of protein in a 2-hour period. So that is why it's hard to do the fasting. Now, some people it works great for, and everybody is different. If fasting works great for you, do it. You know, I'm not saying that it's not great for it works great for some people, but not everybody. So I tell people it's fine. And if it works good for you, fantastic, because I have my IT guy, my marketing people, he fasts, I think, 16 hours a day, and it works great for him. And he's been doing it for years. Fantastic. If it works for you, fantastic. But for most people, it does not work, and I don't like it. And I've had people, you know what though, sometimes you need to shock the body, and we will do that. Or I'll tell some people, you know, when you're in a stall, let's do a 2-week 500 calorie, but under medical supervision. Or, let's give your body a whole bunch of calories for 2 weeks. Or, let's do a weekend of, okay, you just eat whatever you want. But you have to do this under medical supervision. And that's where things kind of, we have to change it up. All right. Thin hair. You have to make sure you're getting your protein. You have to do a collagen. You have to do a hair vitamin. But if you're getting your protein, and actually I just posted a video yesterday, I can't remember which page I did this on, but somebody said I finally was hitting my protein, and after 2 months of hitting my protein, my hairdresser noticed that I was getting hair back. So protein is very, very important. And that is, protein is very, very important. You have to do, I teach that you get your protein, you get a healthy amount of calories, and you do a complex carbs and protein lifestyle, because that's sustainable. Then if you want to do anything outside of that, you need to do it under medical supervision, because it's really different. Can you recommend a collagen? I like this collagen. This is one of my favorite collagens. I actually do this one every day. I have naturally thin hair. This is my hair. Before somebody gets snarky with me and telling me, oh my God, you have thin hair, and why are you saying stuff about thin hair? Because somebody always does. This has been my hair since I was a kid. So I have always had thin hair. I have not lost more hair on this stuff. And then I did hair extensions because my ex used to pick on my hair. But this is my hair, people, okay? So don't be mean to me, please. So I like this hair here, or this collagen. And this actually, does this have biotin in it? No, this does not have biotin in it. I thought it did, but it has a lot of other really good stuff in it. And then, this has biotin in it. So this one has the biotin in it, so this you could use with the biotin. And these are all available on the information on the screen. You can DM me as well. I was trying to see if this one has biotin in it. This one does not have biotin, which is weird. I'm surprised that doesn't have biotin in it. I was trying to read real quick. No, it does not. So that's, Nutrafol is really, really good. I really do like Nutrafol. So the gallbladder. I heard there was a nurse that put a video out regarding the gallbladder. I did do a video on my Recreational Health page regarding the gallbladder. So if you want to go watch that video, I did a really good extensive research on that. So the gallbladder issue is not specifically related to the GLPs, although they have shown an increase, but it's more related to the diet and the underlying comorbidities related to the obesity that is there, and the diet changes that are happening that seems to be causing the gallbladder issues. And then once you have that gallbladder out, there is still a risk because the liver still can produce that. So go to my Recreational Health page and you can see that research that's there. All right. Yes, you can still drink coffee, and what's cool is people will put their protein shakes in their coffee as their creamers. And there is on my here on this right on my information on the website. There is a link for some protein coffee, which is really good also. So you can get some really good protein coffee out there. And I've actually seen some trends for protein coffee on TikTok. I personally don't like coffee, but I have been making my own tea in the morning with my protein, and it's been really good as well. So here's a really good question. Do they mess with your period? So yes, they can, because if you have PCOS, they are really able to mess with your period, because insulin resistance can mess with your period. So also, you have to be very careful, Tropaglow Beauty, because I have had 10 women become pregnant in my clinic on these. So if you start if you're missing periods, then you need to make sure you're not pregnant, because I have had 10 pregnancies, and that's enough to say, okay, these cause pregnancy. So I would highly recommend that you check, make sure you're not pregnant, talk to your GYN, but yes, they can mess with your periods. Definitely. So be very careful with that. So you can wake up nauseous because your blood sugars are messed up. You might be dropping too low on your blood sugar. So I would highly recommend that you talk to somebody about Zofran, but also make sure that you're getting some protein before you go to bed, just to see if that helps you at all. So Premier Protein is not my favorite protein, but a lot of people like it. It's inexpensive. I personally can't do whey protein. So whey protein is not tolerable for me, and it's not tolerable for a lot of people, but it's inexpensive. So Fairlife is a little bit better. We have a link on the information on the screen for a good protein, but you know what? It's inexpensive. So if it's one that you like and you can tolerate and you can stomach it, go for it. There's been a lot of TikToks I've seen where people are bashing it because of things that are in it. But it's one of those options. If you guys want to throw out, we always do this on these lives, if you guys want to throw out the proteins that you do like, that would help Saxon out a little bit to know some of the different proteins that are out there. That would be really helpful. So if you could put your proteins up on the chat, that would be fantastic. Everybody, please do that. The patches. I do not like the patches at all. So the berberine patches did not work, and I don't think the GLP patches are real either because they just don't seem to be real. I did the berberine ones, and I thought they didn't stay on and they didn't work. I do take care of myself, you guys. I just had surgery 2 weeks, or actually a week ago yesterday. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I never wear makeup, and I eat very healthy. I'm in the gym 4 days a week. So you can take your nasty comments and keep them to yourselves. I mean, there's no reason to say that I don't take care of myself because you don't know me. And I have lost over 100, and you don't know me. So Trisha, pause. I don't think that's a very nice comment. You don't know who I am, and you don't know what I've gone through. And really, honestly, you don't need to take advice from me. If you don't want to, you can go move on and go somewhere else and just not listen to me. It's not, you're not here. You don't need information from me, obviously. So thank you, Trisha. Move on. That's all I have to say to people that have mean comments. All right. Hang on. I got lost here, guys. The thing just moved down on me. Yes, Gigi is right. Always eat more protein. If you are worried about the amount of protein, or you're like hair loss, and if you have like increased hunger or anything like that, protein is definitely going to. Thank you, Lux. As soon as I could find them, I will. The thing just. Yes, there we go. Okay, blocked. Yeah, I don't know why people have to be mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. I grew up, if you don't have something nice, then don't say anything at all. All right. I usually use, so my prices are $2.99 for S in most states and $4.50 for T in most states. So we cover 47 states, and if you would like to reach out to us, just use the information on here, or you can DM us, and we could definitely help you. We do free consultations. Like I've said multiple times, I'm here to educate, teach, and just make sure that you're safe. That's really honestly all I want to do, is because, it's hard for me to, so Moonlight, you definitely come to us, but you don't have to come to us. There are places where you can get it less expensive, but a lot of times they tier it. So we do a higher concentration. So we do the 5 milligram. Our pricing is the same price regardless of whatever dose you're on. So you could start at the lowest dose and work up to the top dose. We do pre-filled syringes, so you don't have to draw it up yourself. You don't ever have to do anything. You're not filling it, you're not mixing it, you're not doing anything like that. So you can always come to us. You can do the free consultation, and then you can decide what you want to do after that. So definitely reach out to us. Gigi, I'm glad you're answering questions, so that's fantastic. I highly recommend that a Mediterranean diet is good. I don't like intermittent fasting, but the Mediterranean is low fat, low carb, so I highly recommend that you're doing complex carbs, which is vegetables, roots, potatoes, whole grains, and it is like oats. So anything that's naturally in the earth is okay. Naturally in the earth is fine. But if it's processed by man to be white, don't eat it. And then protein. 75% of what you eat is protein. 25% of what you eat is a complex carb. That is what is easiest. And then I don't do meal plans. I don't do, because everybody eats differently. Everybody likes different things. So if you follow that, then you're never throwing up. You rarely have indigestion. You rarely have sulfur burps, and you're really going to be sick. So that's what I really try to do. And that's what really seems to work for most people. And then calories, everybody's a little bit different on the calories, but from what I've seen, we have this really cool scale in my office, and it actually gives me this really cool breakdown for everybody. And what it does is it shows me what calories people should be at to maintain, and then we drop that 200 to 300. And when we drop it, nobody should ever be below 1,200 calories. Most of the time, women are 13 to 14. Most of the time, not all of the time, most of the time. And what that does is women are 13 to 1,400, guys are 16 to 1,800. Now, it depends on how old you are, and there's a lot of other factors that go in there. So we can definitely, that's why I'm saying free consultation, because I need to talk to you to figure out a little bit more where you're at and what we need to do for you. Okay, tips on getting these approved through your insurance. So go to your insurance either on their website or go to the phone number. Call them and say, what do I need to have specifically to get this approved? Then if you have any of those things, go to your provider and say, I have these, my insurance, and I called my insurance and I have these things that my insurance is saying. And then you go to then they write the prescription, and then they send it to the insurance. They do the prior authorization. They put all that information in there. They prove that you have those things. They should approve it. If they don't, then they appeal it. And then they put that information in there. I have these things. They have to prove that you have those things. And then hopefully you get it approved. They might have to appeal it again. So it's a pain. It's an absolute pain. I've tried it. I actually appealed several people like 3 times, and it still didn't go through. And I even had the proof that they had what they said. And the insurance has said that, they told the patients, yes, it will be approved. Still wasn't approved. No issue with loose skin, just seeing cottage cheese on my legs, especially in her thighs. Okay. That you can still use like these, the Body Firm stuff, but what you're probably going to have to do is like one of those laser treatments. I would stay away from the cold and try to go more with the heat. Or go to a plastic surgeon. I would try, I'm a med spa. I have one of these cool lasers. My laser is pretty cool, but I would go to a plastic surgeon, seriously, and talk to them first before I would spend a lot of money at a med spa. Definitely try that first. Yes, we are taking new patients all the time, so please reach out to us. Yes, 64 to 80 ounces of water a day is hard. And I drink a lot of water, but it is really hard. I usually have one caffeinated beverage in the morning, and then the rest of the day is water. And it's really, really difficult. I know, but water is so good for you, and you need a lot of it. You do need a lot of it. Yes, I'm really glad you guys found my page also. That is why I'm here. Watch my pinned videos on both my pages. Follow the page that you're on, but follow my other page as well. So both pages, one is Recrea Health, the other one is at Recrea Wellness, and follow both pages. Share my lives. I'm probably going to be on here until 10 Eastern, so we got about another hour-ish. But definitely follow both pages because my main page is Recrea Health, but I've been in trouble quite a bit, so I go in jail often. And so my backup page, I'm trying to grow it as well. So definitely help, or definitely follow. Is skin surgery covered by insurance? Actually, we're going to open that up to discussion on both of these lives right now. Can anybody please tell me if they've been successful in getting surgery insurance to cover skin surgery? I have not. I've always had to pay for my own skin surgery. So I don't know if insurance has ever paid for that. Liza, I don't see your question. It might have got blocked, Liza. Yeah, Liza, your question did not come through. So can you re-ask it, please? Because it did not come through. I don't see it. So please ask again. And if it doesn't come through this time, Liza, then DM me. Because I don't see it. And I just scrolled up and I don't see it. Okay, Nicole, just got prescribed Z. What should I do? Okay, so if you're just getting started, what you should do. So Nicole, watch my pinned videos, but also go to my other page, Recrea Health, and watch my middle pinned video. So both of those will tell you exactly what you need to do. Because what happens is there's a lot of information you need to know, but most importantly, how to prevent nausea, stay away from simple carbs, but make sure you're staying well hydrated. But the other thing that you need to do is bowels. Make sure that you are managing your bowels because the bowels are one of the biggest things that is going to get you in trouble. So you really need to make sure you're taking your fiber. You need to make sure that you are taking your probiotics. And there's a couple of them on my other page, which is Recrea Health. And you also need to make sure you have Miralax on hand. I personally like Miralax. Some people like Mag Citrate, and some people like Mag 07. Any of those are fine. Any of them. But, make sure that you are taking any of those, which are fine. This is something else that I have found. If you have severe constipation, and I'm talking like going more than 2 or 3 days with no bowel movement, this is something that I highly recommend. So be very careful with it. It is very strong. It's all natural. And this is on my TikTok shop as well. But you can definitely do this if you want to. But I highly recommend this. Be careful though, okay? You can also talk to your provider. They can have something else. Linzess is something that you can do also for severe constipation, and that is prescribed by your provider. If you don't like water, Gigi, something that I have found, and actually, I think I have it right here. I do. I really like these. And you can get them anywhere, but I really do like these because it gives you a little bit of flavor, but it's also going to give you your electrolytes, and there's lots of different flavors. So what I would highly recommend is getting something like that, because it's going to help you be able to tolerate the water a little bit better, but also give you those electrolytes, which is a really good thing also. And I drink extremely cold water usually. Now I have water in the back of my vehicle so that when I go to the gym, I always have water. But the other thing that I have found, first thing in the morning, I usually guzzle an 8-ounce, a bottle of water. And then I will drink my coffee, not coffee, I drink tea. But then, so if you can't get, if your question's not coming up, Liza, DM me, and you do that at the bottom of the screen, because your question's not coming up. I don't know why it's not coming up, but just DM me, and then I can answer it for you. I don't know why it's not letting you ask your question. So water is key. You have to find out a way to do it, put flavor in it. You have to get water. You have to. You just have to figure out how to get it. You can do lemon, you can do berry, you can, there's those, circas, I think they're called. So you could do certain different things like that, but you have to figure out how to get water, because you do have to have the water, and you have to make sure you're getting that water. All right, I'm waiting for my 12.5Z. Can I use 10 and 2.5? If you have it, yes, you can, but make sure you reach out to your provider just to make sure. But yes, that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I love my Propel, and especially that black cherry. That's my absolute favorite. I thought one was a high dose. I guess they go higher. Yes. Yeah, on S, you can go up to 2.5. So definitely. Okay. So Barb Snell Fitzgerald, we do telehealth, so you could actually use us if you'd like. Our pricing is $299 in most states for S and $450 in most states for T. We do not go to Wisconsin, Kansas, and New York. But if you would like to reach out to us for a free consultation, if you guys have any kinds of questions, you can definitely reach out to us. The information is on the screen, and we would love to talk with you and help you, definitely. I will be on GLPs forever, ever. I will never go off of them. I love the way that I feel. I love how I feel great, and I don't ever want to go back to where I was, because honestly, I really was big at one point in my life, and I don't ever want to go back to that person. And I yo-yoed severely, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so if you're losing a lot of hair, this is really a big problem that a lot of people have, is losing the hair. So good morning, Veronica. Good to see you here. So when you are losing the hair, you have to make sure that you're getting your protein. So the protein is extremely important. So what you have to do, women at a minimum is 100, guys at a minimum is 120. And what you want to do is make sure you're getting your collagen. Okay? And that's available on the information on the screen. You can DM as well. You want to make sure that you're getting a Sora hair vitamin. And we just figured out this has biotin in it, as well as a lot of other good stuff. This has 95% efficacy in helping you get your hair back. Within 2 months, I noticed that I had some increased, like, little stubbles coming back. You do have to take 4 of those a day. This is available on my TikTok shop, but we just found out this does not have biotin in it. You can actually get injectable biotin as well. So that's something. Last time somebody asked about IVs, and that works really well also. Severe GERD. First of all, get rid of all simple carbs. Simple carbs are going to cause GERD. So you want to make sure that you get rid of any simple carbs, because that's going to help with the GERD. The second thing is talk to your provider and get something on that, get on to something that's a preventative of GERD. So that might be like an omeprazole, an Nexium, a Protonix, something like that. Because you can have some severe problems from constant chronic GERD. So you need to make sure that you're getting rid of that. So really do make sure that you get rid of that. So really important. Severe dry mouth. So, and you said you're drinking a lot of water. So I wonder, Sue, what is yours mixed with? Is it a compound or is it name brand? So, please let me know about that. Lucy, I was told that I couldn't inject in my stomach after having a tummy tuck. I've never heard that. I've had a tummy tuck and I still inject in my stomach. It's fat. Maybe, are they talking about like immediately after? Huh, I've never heard of that one. So somebody says it sounds like you have more problems taking the injection than it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. I have learned what not to eat to avoid the problems. So it's definitely 100% worth taking the injections because I won't put back on. You know, it was more of a health risk, me yo-yoing and being unhealthy than it is me learning what not to eat to avoid the problems. I didn't have hair loss. This is my hair that I've had since I was a kid. So, why does everybody have, yeah, so see, all right, so this is my normal hair. I have not, this is what I have had since I was a little girl. I did not have more hair loss with the medications. So, yeah, this is me. This is what I have been like my whole life. Born like this and have lived like this and had a 20-year marriage of my ex-husband picking on me because I had thin hair. So notice the fact that he's now an ex. Yep, there you go. And then I went and got hair extensions, and the hair extensions murdered my hair, and that's why it looks even thinner than it normally was. Yeah, you're probably right. The lighting and the color make it, actually the color was, and I just got it done, so that might make it a little bit worse too. But the light definitely beaming from above probably is making it look a lot thinner. Oh my gosh, that's Karma, the baby kale. That is definitely Karma. He's bald now. So her ex-husband did the same thing and he's bald now. That is Karma. So mine isn't bald now, but he just was in the emergency room and the hospital for kidney stones. So we're going to say that's Karma. Oh, Veronica said turn the light on in the office. She's probably right because I did turn the light off up here in front because I didn't want people coming in the office thinking that I'm here. Yep, that's true. Hey, you know what? It is me and I'm okay with who I am and what I have. So if people don't like it and they want to pick on me, none your biz. Your name is none your biz and you're going to pick on me for having thin hair? Come on. What the heck? Why are you doing that? Oh, man. All right, so dry mouth. Back to Sue on dry mouth and Mounjaro. Thank you, Sue. We got sidetracked there because somebody's picking on me. All right, so what I would do is I would actually start like a B12 supplement or take like a supplement maybe and see if that helps because maybe your supplements are off. And you could try something like this because it could be that your B12 is really, like your B12 is off or your vitamins are off or something like that. And that could be a problem, but it could be also your blood sugar. So I would have your labs checked is what I would start with. So Sue, I check with your provider and get your labs checked would be my first thing that I would check because, you want to make sure that your blood sugar is not a problem. So that is where I would go there first because if you're drinking a lot of water, I mean, has anybody else had an issue with dry mouth when they were on name brand MJ? Just curious because that is interesting to me. My friend said that the doctor said to leave the shot outside the fridge. No, you don't have to leave it outside the fridge before giving your injection. My mom said that too, but that's not true. We take it out and give it immediately, and we've had no issues with that at all. Okay, Sue, did they check your B12 levels? That's a question for you on that one. Okay, so if somebody has diarrhea after constipation or during constipation, definitely could be a blockage. So that, Gigi, is when I would tell whoever was saying that they definitely need to go get that checked. Especially if you have pain in your left lower quadrant. So if you're ever have pain in your left lower quadrant, then you need to go get checked immediately. If you ever have abdominal pain and you haven't moved your bowels in like 2 days, more than 2 days, you need to go to the emergency room, urgent care, your primary care, somebody, and get checked, because that could be really bad news. So make sure you go get checked. I have been on for 3.5 years, these meds, and have no plans of going off. So these meds do cause you to have slowed down digestion from the top to the bottom. So I do not like intermittent fasting. Some people like it and they do great, but I do not. I do not like intermittent fasting at all. It works great for some, but not for all. Work with your provider and figure out if it works for you. If you want to try it, just make sure that your provider is aware of it and decide if it's okay. All right, switch from S to T, and the shot hurts, and I felt nauseous. So the nausea can be normal. The shot should not hurt. Sometimes it does. It depends on where you gave it. If it continues to hurt or burn or anything like that, talk to your provider. Definitely you need to talk to your provider. I personally, my fiber of choice is Metamucil gummies because they taste good and they're sugar-free. Thank you, Sherry, for answering that. Diabetics should eat plants. All right. You could be on these forever. They are actually showing a lot of good research that is showing that they are doing well. That they're showing a lot of research that there's a lot of long-term benefit from it. But if you think about it, if we are preventing and helping people get rid of a major metabolic issue and get rid of obesity, then we are having a lot of preventative issues, and that is what is really good and what we're really trying to do. I am sorry, XO Sammy, I don't know what Ovasitol is. I'm going to have to look that up, and I have to look that up. I've never heard that it's not, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I would check with your pharmacist just to make sure. Yeah, I've had a lot of people become pregnant on this. 10 now. I just found out of another one yesterday, and the baby is due in 2 weeks. Okay, if you have been off because of a surgery and you get back on, please reach out. We do a free consultation, and we would love to talk with you. And I can definitely help you with that. We can reach out. The number and information is on the screen. You can DM me as well. And we are more than happy to help you because there's some things that you have to do. Usually, if you're just getting back on it, you have to make sure your protein is where it needs to be. You have to make sure your calories are where you need to be. But also, if you had a hysterectomy, your hormones are out of whack. And that is going to really affect any loss that you have going on. So we really need to help you with that part as well. Talk to your GYN, talk to your surgeon, and have them help you with your hormones. We do hormones as well, so we can help you with that. I can't do whey protein. Oh my gosh, it's terrible for me. Nobody wants to be around me. I have an IUD. I haven't had a cycle in 5 years. When I started 5 milligram, I started spotting. Yes, it can be, but you definitely want to talk to your GYN because you just want to reach out to them and make sure that it is okay. Definitely. Thank you guys for putting your protein in here. I really do appreciate it. Everybody is different on how long until you notice the WL. And everybody is different. Sometimes it's immediate for a lot of people. Sometimes it takes a month. But women are 1 to 3 a week. Guys are 3 to 5 a week. But it's a slow, steady, consistent L with these. And that is really important. And you really need to be careful, or not be careful, I'm sorry. You just need to watch the calories. You need to make sure your bowels are moving. You need to make sure you're getting your protein, make sure you're staying hydrated. That's really, really important. All right, if you are having the constipation issues, you need to make sure you're hydrated. You need to make sure that you are taking your fiber. I like Metamucil gummies. You need to make sure that you're taking your probiotics. There's 2 of them available on my Recrea Health page. Make sure that you are taking Miralax. I like Miralax daily, every single day. And then if that doesn't work, you need to reach out to your provider and don't go more than a day without having a bowel movement. And if you are, then you can take this, which is available on my TikTok page, Recrea Health, or you need to reach out to your health provider. All right, so let me go over here for a second. I don't like intermittent fasting, everybody. I do not like it at all. So if you want to intermittent fast, the reason I don't like it is it's hard to get your protein in the short time that you do allow yourself to eat. So protein, you can only absorb, your body will only absorb about 40 grams in a 2-hour period. So if you're only, if you need 100 grams, how are you going to get that in the amount of time that you eat? It's very difficult. So that's why I don't like intermittent fasting. So if I'm not answering your question, please DM me, or you can contact me on this information on the screen. Sorry, getting tongue-tied again. All right. Somebody said after being on MJ, after a year, their A1C is back to normal and down. Oh my gosh, that is unbelievable. 80. Fantastic. So after surgery, if you're on pain pills, the main reason you want to wait after surgery is because of the constipation. Because if you're on pain pills and you are on, you're going to have constipation from the pain pills. So you don't want to restart these too fast, because what's going to happen is you're going to cause more problems with your bowels. So that's the main reason why you want to not go back on these right away, is because of the pain pills. If you're not taking the pain meds, then you're okay to restart whenever. But talk to your surgeon as soon as possible. So 1 to 3 pounds a week for women and 3 to 5 a week for guys is the recommended. It is a slow, steady, consistent. If for constipation, fiber is really important. So fiber is, you want to take that every day, probiotics every day, and then you want Miralax every day. So that is really, really important. So what I would highly recommend is that you take your fiber, and then also watch my videos on Recrea Health. So go to my @Recrea Health page and watch my videos. I do tons of videos on bowels all the time. Really, really important to watch those. All right. I gotta go soon. All right, so I know everybody is probably getting into work right now, but I'm only going to be on here about 29 more minutes. So healthy loss is 1 to 3 a week for women, 3 to 5 a week for guys. And what you want to do is a slow, steady, consistent. You want to make sure you're getting your protein, which is 100 grams a day for women and 120 at a minimum a day for guys. Uh-oh, I got in trouble. Hang on a minute. Hold. Everybody please hold. Hold. Okay, I think I'm okay. I don't know why I'm always getting in trouble. I don't know what I did. Okay, sorry. Oh, Ashlyn, she's sleeping. Ashlyn wants to see the puppy. She's sleeping. Okay. So you want to make sure that it's a healthy lifestyle. So you're getting your protein, you're doing your calories, you are making sure that you are, there you go. So you are making sure that you are eating a good, healthy lifestyle, and that is really important. So she's just going to go to sleep while she's on camera. Okay, there you go, guys. This is baby Luna. Okay, hair. So what you definitely want to do with the hair is you want to make sure you're getting your protein. So protein is extremely important, and you want to make sure that you are getting that 100 grams a day, and you are definitely getting your collagen. So collagen is extremely important. You also want to make sure you're getting a good hair vitamin. We like Nutrafol, and that's available from the information on the screen, or you can DM me. Definitely, we can always help you with that. But protein is extremely important. 7.5 now, started when? Wow, that's really good, Val Rodriguez. That's really, really good. So that's really important. Yeah, collagen, I've been on my collagen for quite a while now, and I really, really do like my collagen. My insurance doesn't pay anywhere to get out of pocket. So we charge $2.99 a month for S on most states, and then $4.50 for T in most states. So you can give us a call. You can definitely reach out to us, and we can help you. We also do a free consultation in most states. Hello there, Recon Daddy. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So definitely reach out to us, and we can help you. I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio, and we are 100% willing to just answer questions. You know, that's the whole point. That's what we're here for, is to just make sure that you guys are taken care of. My whole goal in life is just to make sure that you guys are safe on these medications. Because if you're not safe, then you are at a risk of getting sick on these. And we are 100% available to answer any questions that you have. You know, I'm here just for about 25 more minutes, so please share my live. Please like both of my pages and follow both of my pages. Oh, good. My appeal was approved. Woo. I got in trouble again. Dear goodness gracious. All right. Holy moly, Alicia. Wow. So, Alicia, if you have the stall is insane. So a lot of times when you have that, and especially with what you've done, because that's absolutely unbelievable, and that's going to happen. And it depends on how much you have left to L. And what you need to do is you need to reach out, because if it's really, when you get into that, there's a hard spot. Once you get into that hard spot, you have to change it up. A lot of times you have to change it up, and we have to figure out how to change it up. So it is, you know, could be the calories, could be the protein, could be the activity, could be, you know, so many different things. So what we have to do is, you know, maybe adding in something like this. It could be as simple as, you know, adding more calories, taking away calories. So there's so much stuff that we have to do in the stall. So we really just need to figure out what's going to work for you. If I eat 80 grams of protein a day, do I need all the calories? Yes, you do. Because your body needs the fuel. If you're not giving your body the fuel, then your body is it's going to be like, okay, fine, I'm not going to lose anything. I'm done. I'm just not going to do it anymore. So if you're not getting more than 1,200 calories, then your body is just going to halt, and it's not going to do it. So you have to make sure that you're feeding your fire. So if you're not feeding that fire, then your body will just stop. Oh my goodness, Sherry, that is not good. Barely eating 500 calories. Yes, you have to eat the calories. You have to eat at a minimum of 1,200. So you have to find a way to get those calories in. So, Sherry, you have to add more. Please add more. So the videos about constipation are on my Recrea Health page, which you're on, Dana. So you just need to go down in my videos and look for them. But basically for constipation, you need to make sure you're getting your water 64 to 80 ounces a day. You need to make sure that you are getting your fiber, which I like Metamucil gummies. So you want 3 a day. So you want to work up to that. So 1 a day for a couple of days, 2 a day for a couple of days, then 3 every day. Then you want to make sure that you're getting a probiotic. So this is a new one, and it's actually pineapple flavored, which isn't bad. It is leaf air, and they actually taste pretty good. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probiotics in it. So this one. Then this other one has digestive enzymes as well as probiotics, and 6 in it. So this one is available on my page as well. So then those are both for women, and that's really good also. So then you can also, for sulfur burps, the digestive enzymes are really good as well. So you want those to help. But sulfur burps, you want to stay away from simple carbs. So simple carbs can also help prevent all of that. Sorry, my husband is yelling into the camera. So that distracted me for a second. So Miralax is the other thing that I take for constipation. So constipation is really important as well. Or constipation, Miralax is really important as well. So we have lots of things on my Recrea Health page that I do sell, but we sell the, I do S and T GLPs. So they are $2.99 for S in most states and $4.90 or $4.50 for T in most states. So the probiotics are Leaf Air. So these are available on my Recrea Health page. I love Miralax. I think Miralax is perfectly fine. And this one is Zen Wise, which is available on my Recrea Health page as well. So my Recrea Wellness page is just growing, and I'm not able to sell anything on it yet. So everything is available on my Recrea Health page. Have you ever went... have I ever tried to push a shot in and it not go in? Yes, I have had patients try to do that and it not work. So what you need to do is contact your provider and they should send you a new one. And sometimes if you pull back on the plunger, then that might help as well. So you could try that also. That might, sometimes it can crystallize in the needle, but reach out to your provider and they can help you with that. So the pills, you can get those on the information on the screen, or you can DM me and we can send those. I can't say because I think that's why I just got in trouble, but DM and we can definitely help you with that. But the information on the screen, if you screenshot this, we can definitely help you. So please reach out and we can definitely take care of you. These are amazing. They help with the W, energy, and immunity, actually. And we found out that the PABA and biotin that's in them help with the hair loss also. So these are things that we can help you with also. So definitely something we can do for you. So Rhonda is answering Wise Old Guy. Wise Old Guy. Moved up to 7.5, bad dizziness. Okay. Wise Old Guy, blood pressure, heart rate, blood pressure, blood sugar. So you definitely need to get that checked. Could be dehydration. Thank you, Rhonda, for answering that because I actually didn't see his question pop up there. So definitely go to your primary and get that checked because you definitely need to make sure that something is, somebody is checking into that. So we are talking all about GLPs, and we're talking about S and T, and we're talking about all the supporting things of that. So constipation, diarrhea, sulfur burps, stalls, anything that goes into all of those things. We're talking about all of that stuff. So I have about 18 minutes left. So does anybody have any other questions that are going on? So why not? All of those are good, and you're still having, what does your primary care say, wise guy? Yeah, because that is definitely a concern. And is it a certain time of day? Are you eating, so definitely, wise guy, I would recommend reaching out for a free consultation, and then I can go, we can talk about that. Jen, no, if you stop Nutrafol, your hair does not fall out, but if you're not continuing your protein, yes, your hair will fall out. So you definitely need to make sure that you're getting your protein. Protein is definitely very important. You want to make sure that you're getting your protein. MJ, but you know what? If you are not getting B12 supplement, your B12 levels might be low. So I would have your doctor check your labs, and wise old guy, and see if your B12 levels are where they're supposed to be. And I highly recommend that they are above 600 and closer to 1,000. So that might be, oh my goodness, are you a Steelers fan, wise old guy? That's bad, wise old guy. We're in Browns territory over here. Just saying. Had to pick on you. I just saw that. All right. I don't like fasting. We've had this conversation multiple times today, but fasting on a GLP, yes, you can. I don't like it because you can't get enough protein. But if you want to fast and you like fasting, yes, you can, but just make sure you get enough protein. You can't get more than 40 grams of protein in a 2-hour period. Your body won't absorb it. So if you want a protein, or if you want to fast and you're fine with it, that's fine. Go for it. Protein, even if not working out of lift. I don't understand the question there. Any way to stop a histamine reaction with injections? Okay, stop the alcohol, do soap and water, see if that works. Then change what it's mixed with, because that might be causing the problem with the sites. Because then reach out to your provider and they might be able to help you with that. Because usually it's the alcohol pads, but then it could be what it's mixed with. A lot of times it's the B12. If it's name brand, then you're going to have to reach out to your provider and find out what they can do for you. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're getting your protein if you're especially weightlifting. Also, creatine helps with the weightlifting and developing your lean muscle, but if you're going to do creatine, make sure you reach out with your provider and make sure your kidney function is okay before you start creatine. Would love to see data on 40-gram figure. You Google it. Yeah, that's common knowledge. That is a common knowledge thing, so you can Google that one. Jen, got it. I just started TERS T on Tuesday. I struggle with hair loss. Then I would suggest starting your collagen. This is the collagen. And then I highly recommend this one. And these are both available on the information on the screen. You can DM as well. I don't do macros. If you want to do macros, go right ahead and do macros. And that is something that I have never wanted to do. I have never had the desire to do. A lot of people do like to do them, but I don't recommend. I can't. I just don't have the time and don't want to learn how to do it. Jen, yes, take both. I do the collagen in my protein shake, and then I do both. Yes, do both. No, Masera, I can't do macros. It's too much for me. I can't. I just can't. It's just way too much for me. So I refuse. I just refuse to do it. People are probably going to blow me up for that. So the easy way is 75% of what I eat is protein, 25% of what I eat is complex carbs. Get your vegetables, get your protein, and you'll be fine. And that's the easiest way to do it. 100 grams of protein and then your complex carbs. Stay away from your simple carbs and you'll be fine. And I don't do meal planning. I don't tell people what they have to eat because you eat different than what I eat. That's all there is to it. Masera, watch my pinned videos on my page. Also go to my Recrea Health page and watch my middle pinned video. And that is what I highly recommend. So this is the Nutrafol vitamins, and you can definitely get this on the information on the screen or DM me. All right. Be careful with R, people. It is not released from Lilly. It is not released by the FDA. I just received a message from the Ohio Board of Pharmacy telling me that I am not allowed to prescribe it in Ohio. So be very careful with R. Probiotics. This is one for women. This is available on my Recrea Health page. This has probiotics, digestive enzymes. This one has probiotics and female health. So these are two that are available on my Recrea Health page. R is, Veronica, can you go on the Recrea Wellness page and tell them what R is? Because I can't say it, I'm sorry. If somebody else can go, yeah, so I can't say what it is, but Veronica can tell you. I get constipated, any tips? So fiber, I like Metamucil gummies. They are my favorite. You could take 3 a day, but you want to work up to that. Probiotics and Miralax every day. Take Miralax every day if you don't normally have a bowel movement every day. So I like the Metamucil gummies. Absolutely 100% my favorite. I take them every day, 3 a day. Plus, kind of good because they're sugar-free and they taste like orange, and it makes me think that I'm getting 3 little gummy bears every day. And they taste fantastic. So I do like prunes, but the only thing is prunes, if you take 3 or 4 a day like you're supposed to, it's 100 calories. So you're eating into your calories. So that's why I really don't like prunes. A lot of people like Smooth Move tea, which is a really good thing too. So you can do Smooth Move tea as well. The bottle of Nutrafol. This is the collagen. It has 10 grams of protein in it as well, but it also has vitamin C. It has MSM and CoQ10, which is really good. CoQ10 is good for your heart. MSM is good for your joints. So this is really good as well. So screenshot this if you would like. But this is available on the information on the screen as well. So that is, and DM me if you have any questions, and I can help you with that. So, you know, any information, you can always DM me. So if I didn't get to your question or you have any concerns, please DM me. So, yes, you are so right, Michelleine. The FDA is not approved R yet, and it is, be very careful, please, guys. My surgery did actually go very well. I have been doing great. I'm staying in my brace. I'm doing fantastic. I had 2 rotators, a bicep tendon. So one rotator completely torn, one torn, a bicep tendon hanging by a hair with a hole in it, and my joint cleaned out, and a bone spur back in March. Did everything they said, was completely cleared at 13 weeks. 14 weeks, I picked up like a 2-pound baby seat and no baby in it and completely snapped it. And then I had to go back last Thursday and get the surgery done again. They put a patch on and then redid it. So now I'm starting the whole process all over again, which really sucks. Oh my gosh, I don't have a syringe in here. I am so sorry. They are your typical 1 ml syringe. This is a regular insulin syringe. I am so sorry. I don't have one in here. All right. My Lori is having rotator cuff surgery next month. So do exactly what they say. Listen, make sure you move your elbow because that is like the biggest thing that everybody that has come into my clinic that has seen that you have to do is make sure you move your elbow. So just make sure you're constantly moving that elbow and make sure you're moving your hand and your elbow. But do not lift anything, and it's not bad. It really isn't bad. Just listen to what they say and get front zipping sports bras. Kohl's has them and they're fantastic. I really do honestly believe them. So Master, I have the Miralax for my daughter. She has Crohn's. Can people with Crohn's do? People with Crohn's that have like constant diarrhea love this stuff. So just make sure you talk to a provider, and they really do. Crohn's, celiac, all of them really do believe that these are fantastic. So that's pretty. Says, how do poor people get this? Ours is $2.99 a month for S and $4.50 for T in most states. So we actually try to be very affordable. We do take Care Credit. We do take Cherry. Those are financing companies that you can use for us. We try to be very, very affordable. So if you want to reach out to us, we do a free consultation. There's no hidden fees. There's no memberships, no contracts, nothing like that. So just please reach out to us and just, you can DM us. You can use the information on the screen. Please reach out. So, Micheline, we have a very, very small needle. And actually, okay, hang on a minute. I can actually go grab it so I can show you. But it is extremely tiny. 1 second here. Yeah, it is extremely tiny. 1 second. It is, you can't even see it. So yeah, you can't even see the needle. So that is the size of the needle. Okay, now I have awakened the puppy, and she is going to want to have to go pee. So hopefully she goes back to sleep here. So with the Metamucil gummies, help with cramping of the gut. If you have cramping of your guts, you need to talk to your provider because there's something else that they could possibly do. So you need to reach out to them because there's a medication that they can give you, Bentyl. But yes, it can help with the cramping, but also digestive enzymes can help with cramping. So this is something that they can try. So this is available on my TikTok. So you could try this as well. So digestive enzymes are really good also. So you could try that. I never heard of Moya Moya. Yeah, I've never heard of that. All right, 1 second here. Oh, that's so good, Mama G. Shatter first shot yesterday, no side effects. Make sure you watch your bowels. Make sure you go to my other page, which is Recrea Health, and watch the middle pin video. And then on my Recrea Wellness page, watch all those videos, pinned videos, because those will help you be safe and help you and prevent you from getting really nauseous. So if you are interested in getting S or T from us, so our S is $2.99 and our T is, our T is $4.99 in most states. So just reach out to us and we do a free consultation. So there's no charge to just talk to us. Our whole goal is to make sure that we keep you safe. So what I would recommend is just reaching out and talking to us. That's all you need to do. So we can go over everything with you. I'm sorry, $4.99, $4.95, $4.50 for T and $2.99 for S. I'm sorry. Thank you for Veronica for correcting me. And what we would do is you could schedule it yourself or you here. How long will 4 weeks? Sorry, our orders will last for 4 weeks. It's up per month. So we send you pre-filled syringes from the pharmacy directly to you on your doorstep, and then we are here all the time. So we're always available to you. You will actually speak to myself or Veronica, and we are always available to you. Yes, I said Metamucil gummies are my favorites. So absolutely my favorite. So if you ever have any questions, please reach out to us, and you can DM on TikTok. Please follow my pages, Recrea Health, and then at Recrea Wellness. And we definitely are available to you at all times. So be careful, guys. You know, I'm about to sign off here. Please be careful. Please be very safe with who you get your meds from. Be very careful and make sure that you can always talk to a person. You always want to be able to talk with a person. So Metamucil and Miralax. I take Metamucil, a probiotic, and Miralax every day. Every day for my bowels. If you don't go daily, that is what you need to be doing. I also take an aloe for digestive health. And this is the aloe that I take. I'm sorry. It's hard when one-handed here. So this is my aloe that I take. This is available on the information on the screen. So please follow me. I'm always putting out information. I'm here to educate. If you have video ideas or there's something else that you need to learn or that you want to know in order to be safe, please reach out. You know, I'm always trying to give you more information just to keep you safe. So please reach out anytime. Just let me know what you need to know, and I am here for you. And that is all I have to say. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for, following me. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow, probably mid-afternoon. I'm usually Monday through Friday. I will be back on Monday for sure, but I will be live tomorrow afternoon, I think. Everybody goes to the races, so I'll be home alone for a little bit. Yes, Veronica, Saturday. All right, everybody, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. I know it's race day, but they all go to the races, and I have nothing to do, and there's no grandkids, so you know what? I might as well. All right, everybody, you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you later. Thank you so much. Luna and I say have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, everyone. You have a great day. Bye, guys. See you later. As soon as I figure out how to get out of here again. You gotta go potty. It's hot in here, girl. Always go to the lower dose. It is not the same. You will be very sick if you stay at the same dose or go to a higher dose. Period. Please go to the lowest dose. Oh, nuts. All right, you go potty.